Hello everyone and welcome to the Atelier Nekozuki podcast. My name is Katie. Today is Friday, February 3rd, 2023, and I'd like to welcome all you new folks and any old subscribers as well. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are not subscribed, please hit that button down below, and then a like is always appreciated, and a share is even better if you share it with friends you think might enjoy this video. I obviously took a very unintentional hiatus last week. I'm sorry. January has been a disaster, was a disaster. It's already gone. Like, it's February 3rd already. We're like, I swear, between little kids and then everything else that's been going on, I don't know where the last 3 years has gone. Like, seriously. There's a meme that I saw earlier in the year where it was like the guy, like, it's like 2019 and then he blinks and it's 2023 and he's like, whoa. And that is exactly what this feels like right now. So yeah, January was a disaster. Started day home, and so he's bringing home every bug known to man, which is good. It'll build up his immune system, but I don't want my immune system built up, and he shares. So we had Puke Fest January 2023, beginning of January, full week. Me. It was awesome. Not. That is very sarcastic. It was not awesome. Poor little guy too. He's always had tummy troubles, and I can't imagine that was any nicer for him than it was for me. Anyway, so we're still recovering from that. And of course, so it was Christmas and then Puke Fest and then trying to prep for this pop-up with Ancient Arts Yarns, which was, thank you so much for everyone who came out and supported Caroline and myself and all the other pop-up vendors. We all really appreciate it. But yeah, it kind of came at a point where everything just caught up with me. So I didn't actually end up getting everything finished that I had cut out. Would have been a very manageable amount, pre-children of course, but post-children, it's always a moving target. So like, it's not necessarily that I couldn't have gotten it done, but there's no way I could plan for them to be sick for a week. And I'm not bringing down vomiting children into the fabric area where they can throw up on fabric, because that just doesn't work either. Anyway, so last week it didn't happen. I ended up sewing until 11 o'clock before the pop-up, which is fine because I actually did get quite a bit done in that last little bit that I pushed after the kids went to bed. And I'm quite proud of myself because I did stop in enough time to get myself 95% together before having to pack it in the truck on Saturday morning. Which is not something I would have done in the past. I would have just kept sewing and then like gone and packed in like full days and forgotten something. Like I forgot bags for Edmonton Fiberfolic. So I didn't forget any bags. I did forget my payment terminal though, because it needed to be charged. So I know exactly what happened. And of course with the weather and the roads like it was last weekend, if you're not in the Calgary area, it was cold and it had snowed, and it was icy snow even though it was cold. So basically I remembered go halfway up the Cochrane Hill out of town, and I just decided I wasn't going to turn around and get it. I was already running late, and I knew we would figure it out, and we did. Caroline and Dan are awesome that way, so that was really nice. But fantastic pop-up. I really appreciate it, and honestly it worked out better that I didn't do the video till this week, simply because then I'm able to show the process start to finish. So the process this week is small and large box bags, basically the same thing, just different sizes, and it's all new fabrics, which is exciting. So if you haven't seen my previous videos of me dithering over fabrics in Japan, or like the overview that I did when I got home, this will be a good chance to see some of them at least. I think I ended up adding about 10 to 20 new fabrics. Now, most of the bags that I did cut did sell, but I'll be putting the new bags into the shop in the next 2 weeks. I can't rush it right now. Again, who knows what new bug feel like this week from day home. Or Dallas will bring home because he's sick right now too. So, there's like so many different opportunities for this, right? But they'll be up within the next couple weeks, and then I do actually have a bunch of large box bags to finish. That's what got dropped instead of getting finished right before I left. And then what else is happening? I've got new leather here to make Kato drawstring bags, which is super exciting. But this week, so the current video you're going to watch is going to be small and large box bags, cutting through to basically finished. And then the pop-up has a good video of the actual pop-up. And then I'm going to this week tidy up my cutting table and stuff like that and start getting processing on Kato drawstring bags. And then the plan after that is purses, OB purses, which will be super exciting. And then I have a wallet that I want to prototype one more time because I needed a different stabilizer in the flap. The current stabilizers are fine if it's a bag. They're not fine for a wallet flap that snaps, and you have, like, you're putting consistent strain on the fabric there. So it just is kind of the like hand of the bag is, or body of the wallet is really nice, and so I'm going to keep it the way it is right now. But the flap itself needs to be better stabilized to kind of match and to negate the tension that you have to put on the flap every time you open it with a magnetic snap or rivet or whatever is going to be used. So that's the plan right now. That's kind of what the trajectory for the next few months is going to look like. It's February right now, so I'm hoping to have upcycled OB tote bags in the shop by May. Caroline and I are actually returning to Japan in May, which is super exciting. It's going to be a really good trip. We've been talking about it for years now, so we just decided it was finally time to do it. So the goal is that I want to have most of, or a good part of my OB actually out of stash before I go. And that'll be one of the big things that I bring back is a bunch of OB, because we'll be able to do one of the big flea markets there just outside of Kyoto Station. And then also obviously cotton linen blends. Excuse me. Not sick, just stuff moving around. We just had a Chinook blow in, so like that changes pressure up in the head, and apparently it was creating sinus bubbles. Exactly what you want to hear, hey? But anyway, we're planning to go back in May, so I want to work through a lot of what I've already got because I don't want to overstock myself on fabric, but it'll also be really cool going with Caroline because she'll have a completely different eye for fabric as well, which is always super useful. If you've ever seen one of my virtual presentations, I talk about how useful that is, having other people's like color, not color palettes, but like eye for color, patterns, aesthetics, all of that. Color aesthetics is probably the best description. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be doing voiceovers over certain parts. There'll be sped up parts, slowed down parts, blah, 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 simply because obviously with the kids in the studio with me a lot of the time, I have to like mute the clip so that I don't get copyright claimed for what's playing in the background, like Bluey most of the time, or Miss Rachel. And thank goodness for them, or else I would never get any work done when Dallas is home, or like when he's not home. So if you have any questions, obviously, please feel free to put them down in the comment section. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, and YouTube here are actually the main three most, where I'm most present, the busiest ones I'm on. I am on Facebook and Pinterest, but they're kind of tied for least active. Yeah, I'm definitely most active on Instagram, then YouTube, and then TikTok. So if you have any questions, feel free to DM me across any of those platforms. All right, and I'll chat with you later. I'll see you next week with the tidy up, studio tidy up video, hopefully. So bye. Oh.